Welcome, everyone, to Chestnut Hill, home of the Boston College Eagles, where fans are filing into Alumni Stadium. They'll look between the field hockey lines, perhaps underneath the Musco lighting that's been imported in, and hope that there will be a party in the moons. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on another team from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will have the first possession of the game. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Takes the easy completion. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's. Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game. Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinators seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
Looking to pass on second down. Makes the grab outside. It's Dickey. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He looks that one in nicely. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut...
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together an 8. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Eagles offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
I tell you guys, this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on third down. What a weapon.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Throws to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. 2nd down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and then that ball is going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, the offense staying aggressive. They've had success all game long. They just came away with a big play, but finally give up the sack. If they can keep this quarterback standing up, though, they can extend their lead.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. That's caught. It's sticky. They make the stop, and that'll bring the 1st quarter to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, no. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a 2nd look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. Not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
It's caught. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Golden Eagles will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Firing to the right, complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. He rifles one deep to the left. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Florida State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Florida State, 21, Boston College, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to pick up a 1st down. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. Boston College will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Bringing it back, it's Stokes. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Noles will hustle to the line. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. They'll immediately call timeout. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Gets it out quickly. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Grab behind the line. It's Dickey. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Feeling some heat. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been taking in some scene there today in Chestnut Hill. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Alumni Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
It's complete. A huge pickup. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the
lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, to score this touchdown.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And he rolls into the house. Touch. Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Line getting set on second down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line.